So the Senate confirmed an ex-Lockheed Martin executive for a top Pentagon policy role. This is the exact kind of revolving door and corruption in government that drives me crazy. So the guy's name is John Rood. He's going to be the Undersecretary of Defense for Policy. Now, before we even get into it, I think anybody, if they think about it for a few seconds, can see the problem with this. So a guy who was big and he was at the top of a defense contractor, it's really offense contractor at this point, he's now going to be in a policy-making position. But there's a clear conflict of interest. You work for a so-called defense contractor who make money off of perpetual war. And now you're going to get to determine whether or not we should stay at perpetual war. I wonder what you're going to decide. You know, hey, chances are that John Rood is not going to be begging for peace talks and negotiations and to end our 8 different interventions that are going on right now. He's not going to call for a rollback of our 900 military bases that cost $100 billion a year to maintain. He's not interested in that. He's interested in more war, or at least perpetuating the current amount of war, because his buddies continue to make money. Now, here's the sleazy trick they did. Rood signed a White House ethics pledge to recuse himself from all decisions involving Lockheed Martin for 2 years and divest himself from the defense contractor. But, they explain, he would not confirm to Elizabeth Warren that he would not seek a waiver that would allow him to participate in matters involving the defense contractor as undersecretary. So, right up front, the idea that he's signing a pledge, I'm going to sign a pledge to not, to recuse myself from all decisions involving Lockheed Martin. But it's a voluntary pledge. It's not binding. It's not legally binding. He's signing a sheet of paper saying, yeah, sure, I'm not going to, whatever, I don't care. I'm not going to help out Lockheed Martin. I'm going to get out of decisions involving Lockheed Martin. Here, I'll sign a sheet of paper that says I'll be out of those decisions. But that's not legally binding. He can still do it. And who's going to care enough in our shitty corporate media to call him out when he does it? Nobody's going to do it. Maybe there'll be an article or two in The Hill or something, but that's it. There'll be a little bit of murmurs, and then that's it. It's over. So it's just so sad. You're depending on the goodwill of people whose whole existence is to sell out for the defense contractors. You're relying on their goodwill when they say, I'm not going to do that. Oh, okay, sure. Then let's give you this incredibly powerful position. And, but they're missing it too. They're missing it. So even if he did get away from all decisions that could help, Lockheed Martin, number one, the industry is incestuous as a motherfucker. It's not like he wouldn't be directly involved with decisions that help Honeywell or Boeing or any other defense contractor, and then when he gets out, they would hire him. So it's not like that wouldn't happen. He's not saying, hey, I won't do that. And also, you can help them in roundabout ways. You know, if you are pushing behind the scenes for more war, but you don't mention Lockheed Martin specifically, Lockheed is still going to be the beneficiary of more war. So it's impossible. You can't divorce those things from each other. And again, with the revolving door, what happens is this guy goes into government, he's going to push for more war, then he'll get out of government, and when he gets out of government, some defense contractor will pick him up and thank him and pay him millions of dollars a year for pushing for more war when he was in the government. That's how this works. It's the revolving door. It's the same thing with Wall Street. Oh, somebody who worked on Wall Street is now helping with tax policy. Turns out they biased the tax policy in favor of Wall Street. Now they're leaving the government, and wow, look at that. They're getting paid $1 million a year from a hedge fund that benefited from that tax policy that they pushed for. This is the way Washington works, and this is why, you know, we're talking about a government. Congress has a fucking, 14% approval rating, some preposterously low number, because people understand on some level. They might not know the details of this, but on a gut level, they know that there's fuckery going on behind the scenes, and they know that that's the entire makeup of the government. So this is corruption beyond corruption. This is a level of corruption that's so maddening because it's not even... Back in the day, they were at least kind enough to understand, we got to try to hide this because it's fucked up what we're doing. But when you look at it today, they're just like, yeah, Lockheed guy, here. Now you decide, make decisions about war for us. By the way, you want to know what the vote was? Lawmakers in the Senate confirmed him. They voted 81-7. There's only 7 politicians who voted against confirming this guy. All of them Democrats, by the way. But what does that mean? All the Republicans, total puppets to the military-industrial complex, to just big business in general. Everybody knows that. But even the majority of the Democratic Party, corporate Democrats, total sellouts. Total sellouts. Can you imagine being a Democratic politician and voting for a former Lockheed top guy to now make decisions in the Defense Department? Can you imagine? What you're saying is I'm fine with more war if you make that vote. That's what you're saying. So who are the ones who are against it? First of all, I can let you guess and you would get most of them, okay? Bernie Sanders voted against this guy being confirmed. Elizabeth Warren, Ed Markey, Kirsten Gillibrand, Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, Ron Wyden. Credit to Kamala Harris and Cory Booker, who are corporate Democrats, for doing the right thing. And the others were given. We all knew Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren would do the right thing on this one. But credit to those politicians. The rest of the Democratic Party, Democrats, fucking good. What good are they? What good are you? If you're just going to vote like a Republican, why should you expect voters to go out and vote for you? You're going to vote for endless war. Why would you expect people? You're going to... It's unbelievable. It's fucking beyond maddening. That's what you're going to do? You're going to put a middle finger up to Americans who overwhelmingly want to stop the wars. And you're going to say, I don't care. Let's go with the top defense contractor guy to make decisions about war. Oust all of the bums. Vote them all out. Vote them all out now. Let's get a real left-wing party that's going to actually fight for the policies that we believe in.